Hello and welcome to the Business Level. In today's episode we are going to talk further about the job market, and we are going to talk about the aspect of COVID as an accelerator towards the job market. Well, it's not only an accelerator, it's also a decelerator, and you will see why. So COVID has brought some changes towards the job market. We do things differently. Before COVID, you could still apply by literally going to a company, bringing your paperwork and putting yourself on a list with possible applicants. That's gone. Nowadays, you need to do it online. And whilst it has its benefits, it also has its downside. Because if you apply online, they don't meet you, they don't see who you are, what you stand for. So, it's an accelerator because it makes the process easier, but it's a decelerator because it makes the process less valuable. A second part of the accelerator function is the type of work. But back before COVID, the majority even of the jobs was just a typical job. You had your hours, you came to the office and you worked your job. But now you have the hybrid system, and that's also due to COVID. Now you can work from anywhere in the world as long as you do your job and you do it on time. So that's an accelerator, but also a decelerator, because if people work from home but they are monitored, they work quicker, so you need less employees. So it's an accelerator for those who get on the job market and get such a function. It's a perfect thing, but if you look at how less of job opportunities come towards the market due to the same decision, then it's a decelerator. And if that's not enough, well, we can go further even. COVID had such an impact that people are scared. Companies are scared. A lot of companies withdrew their investments in some countries, like China, etc. So it's a decelerator there. But the accelerator in this case is, well, the work that had to be done there has to be changed towards another region. So you create jobs in one region by taking them away in another region. That's also an accelerator/decelerator due to COVID. And then you also have other things. For instance, job opportunities for people who just come from university, college, etc. Why? Because those people, they graduated within the period of COVID, or they studied within that COVID period. And some companies think they have less added benefits, they have less value. So it's an accelerator in the same approach as the digital native statue and as the hybrid workflow. They actually did their hybrid work, but also from home. So they did do their studies, it's just in a different type, just like how the workplace has changed. So that's the accelerator, and the decelerator is, well, the trust. Companies don't trust that they have the same level of education as someone who wasn't trained during COVID. That's why you see a lot of junior roles nowadays demanding for at least 2 years of experience or even 5 years of experience, just because they want the people that graduated before the COVID happened. So that's also an aspect. And the last aspect of COVID as an accelerator versus a decelerator is, well, the job market itself. Before COVID, you needed a lot of high-leveled employees, people who did their university studies, who did their college degrees, etc. These were higher education, and higher education was very important back then, because you had a lot of new roles coming up, like the marketing industry, like the IT industry, etc. They needed a lot of new employees, so a lot of students went to study for them. But nowadays they need more manual labor, because the manual labor that they normally outsource in areas like China, etc. is now getting back to the main regions where the companies are, to get it closer to their supply chain, because otherwise they fear that they can't export their products quick enough. So this is also an accelerator and decelerator. Decelerator towards the high-ranked job market and an accelerator towards the step-in job market for normal employees, for normal manual labor. So this is accelerator and decelerator, and COVID being the main factor that decides this all. I hope you enjoyed this little podcast about COVID as an accelerator or decelerator on the job market. And yeah, in next week's episode, we are going to talk about behavior, and more appropriately, behavior on how you should behave yourself if you're meeting clients, for instance, from Asia. So I hope you enjoyed this, and see you next week for next week's podcast. Bye.